It'll probably die anyway.
I have one where I can send it to you anyway.
Today I'm going to be talking about the B-52. It's an airframe that's been used by the Air Force for over 50 years, which is a really uncommon sight. So let me just get right into it here. First of all, the things I'm going to talk about today are the history of the B-52, the capabilities, critical operations that it's held with the Air Force. Then I'll give you guys a summary and ask you for some questions. Okay, as far as the history goes, first flight was in 1952, the first military service was in 1955. The 3-year period in there was them negotiating a contract to see how many they were actually going to buy. Currently we're on the H platform. That means that we've been through A through H over the past, I guess that would be 54 years now. Okay, 744 have been made from A through H, which means I think it's the first platform was the A, and it was 130 of them, and after that they only retrofitted so many to 1, carry a tail gunner, 2, carry nuclear bombs, and various other retrofittings were made to carry on the airframe so we can use it today still. The Air Force actually has strategic planning to keep the B-52 in service until 2040. That would be an 87-year service record, and that's completely unheard of. No plane will ever touch that. Okay. Capabilities. The max speed on it is 650 miles an hour, which is a high subsonic speed. It won't break the speed of sound. It's not a little fighter. It's a huge plane. So when I say huge, the payload on it is 70,000 pounds. You can mess up a city pretty well with one of these. Fly over and you've pretty much decimated the whole town. The range on it is 10,145 miles unrefueled. It is capable of aerial refueling and being in the air indefinitely, supposedly, till something breaks down. The fuel capacity on it is 47,975 gallons. Now, to put that in perspective, at 10 gallons a week in your car, using 10 gallons a week, it would take you 92.25 years to burn that much gas. That is a lot of gas. So, basically, all this adds up to being used in operations by the Air Force, because what good's a plane if you can't use it? The biggest operation that it was used in was a thing called Operation Chrome Dome. And that's basically a operation where there were B-52s in the air, on the ground, fueled, ready with nuclear weapons to launch at the USSR at all times. On a normal day, there were about 20 of them. Sometimes it was ramped up to 30. Actually, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, 3 of the planes were authorized to use nuclear weapons. They never got the actual order to do it. They got the pre-order to go weapons hot. But after I say that, I got to mention that there has never been a nuclear deployment from this airframe. One of our ex-presidents said, "Walk softly and carry a big stick." This plane is our big stick. Another critical operation was in Vietnam. We used it in an operation called Rolling Thunder. It was used because of its ability to fly over the whole battlefield and drop bombs for most of the way. Now, in summary, I've talked about the history, the capabilities, and the critical operations of the B-52. Basically, there's only 4 planes to ever fly for 50 or more years in any Air Force in the world. This is one of them. The other 3 are the U-2, the C-130, and the KC-135. All of these planes have been really good to us, and I think it's good that people know about them because they're going to be around for a while longer. Any questions? All right.